would you like to come right in?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
my wife.
yeah. Excuse me, let me just...
It's my beautiful wife.
Hi, hello. I just have a quick little sit on his knee on the way by.
Oh, that was nice.
And, hi.
Yeah, so I was just saying the WWOZ app was not really working so great right at the beginning, but it's up to speed now. I've been
Thank
listening
God.
to the Jazzfest music today, and I've had mixed feelings about it, as with a lot of things with the Varinus time. You know, it's great to hear the New Orleans music that I love, and it's live recordings from Jazzfest. So I know it sounds like when you're there, to be in the tent almost. It's really great.
Tent-like.
Yeah, but it's almost too real. It makes me sad that I'm not actually there. Then I look around. I mean, I get to be with you. Don't get me wrong. But
Nice recovery there. No, I mean, I get it. It's really sad. I mean, you love it. You go every year, and so it's heartbreaking, you know. And then you're having a little schmitz,
yeah,
tiny schmutz of it. Oh,
a little schmear.
A smear of it.
Well,
yeah,
no, I
schmutz,
really went
schmear.
hard. I got up this morning and did Zoom jiu-jitsu before I went to New Orleans for Jazzfest, which is really, that's not how we do it. That's not how we do it.
No,
I'm getting an alert
no,
that I'm on YouTube right now while I'm looking at the thing. Oh my God.
I
hello,
hate
Sheila.
all the alerts. They're annoying. I want to turn all my alerts off.
So today it's been great on WWOZ. What I was really looking forward to was Ella Fitzgerald and Stevie Wonder. And it didn't disappoint.
Good.
You Are the Sunshine of My Life. When they sang that,
Did
he
you
played the piano.
cry a little bit?
I did. I cried a little even before that.
Yeah.
Just because it was
Just
so
the
sweet.
yeah.
It was just so sweet. Oh, and then when Topsy Chapman sang, God, what's that song? Wrap Your Troubles in Dreams and Dream Your Troubles Away. I could cry right now. I could
If you
cry
want to
right
cry
now.
right now, please go.
I don't know
They
if
will be
it-
fine if
I
you
don't
cry.
know.
I know they will be. Because that will give them permission if they want to have a little,
Go ahead.
Varinus
Have a
time
little cry.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna take my silly glasses off
yeah.
and wipe my eyes because
Yeah.
they did well up a little bit. Oh my God, it was just so. It's just so sweet. I mean, that's the great thing about Jazzfest when I go down there, and this may not happen to you. I don't guarantee these results for everyone, but I cry at least. I'm down there for a week, and I'll cry at least 2-3 times. Just the joy of being alive and getting to hear that music and eat that food. They got this soft shell crab po' boy it's like, my friend calls it a leg sandwich. It's a whole animal. You eat the whole animal. The crabs shed their skin in the spring, or their shell, and so they're soft, and they catch them and they just deep fry the whole friggin' animal and then squirt it with mayonnaise and hot sauce, put it in some bread with some pickles. I like extra pickles. Oh my God, squishy, gushy. And the lady crabs are different from the man crabs. With the lady crab, you can sometimes get a lot of that gushy, egg, gutsy thing. So good. I can't believe I'm making myself cry.
Wow.
And also throw
You're
up
not
at the
making-
same
yeah.
time.
I know, you're not making me cry. I mean,
Yeah.
soft shell crabs are delicious,
Yeah,
but when you
yeah.
describe the whole thing, it just sounds like cruelty to soft shell crabs, I'm afraid. I try not to, think about the soft shell crab when I'm eating it.
Ramon has a PE class, online PE college class. He's getting an A in it. Yeah, well, look, you get an A for effort. Online jujitsu, Zoom jitsu. Oh my God, you got to pretend the other person that you're breaking their arm. You pretend you're breaking their arm, and then you pretend they rolled you over.
That's who we should bring down for what. So Jake has made. I think we told you about this on another show. He's got a weird jujitsu. No, we haven't told you this. Up in our front house, there is a jujitsu dummy that he made to practice on, and it's in the gi and everything. It's got these big, heavy rope arms. I mean, it's.
I changed the.
We
I've
should have
modified.
him down here one day.
I'll bring the
that
jujitsu dummy
is,
down here.
You guys need to see him. He's a work of.
I've modified.
art.
I'll be honest with you. I've modified it a couple times, and they don't use that in class. I don't even really let on to them that I have
No,
that.
you don't. You don't want your jujitsu buddies to see who you're making out with while you
Oh
go
my
be
God! But
jujitsu
that
with
thing,
them.
it's a tough opponent because it's super flexible and it never taps. It doesn't submit. The jujitsu
No, and it's
dummy.
heavy. I mean, those big, rope arms. I mean, they are not,
Rich says
yeah,
it's wonderful
good.
that we have so much joy in our life. Well, I was telling you, I cried because Ella Fitzgerald and Stevie Wonder made me so happy, and then Topsy Chapman, Wrap Your Troubles in Dreams and Dream Your Troubles Away. Oh, made me so happy. I was just emotionally, I was full. And then I went down. Then I went down super hard because I wasn't there. And then two of the people who usually go on the trip were there together at another house in Los Angeles. That was a little bit naughty. They were distant and they were wearing masks, but man, then that kind of bummed me out. But anyway, I'm back in business. I've never trained in Aikido. Thank you for asking. But I do like I like the idea of Aikido. Aikido is you use the other person's energy against them, and in theory, that's also part of what you're doing with jiu-jitsu. Is you let them do what they want, and then you figure out how to get behind them and choke them unconscious, or break their arms.
I think all fighting is a little bit, you get that what the other person is doing to work against them, don't you? I mean, when you
yes, yeah, you try and
you duck from their punch, they spin around, you clock them on the way back. I mean, I'm not an expert fighter or anything. I've just watched a few fights on.
Yeah, you're right.
TV.
You're trying to get them to do something. Obviously, you know what you're doing. You do something that gets them to do something that they want to do, that then you expect, because you knew they were going to do that, and then bam, you surprise them from the blind side.
Yeah, I just saw
somebody get the lipstick.
My fighting.
No, I get it. You're saying it's going down.
Yeah, it's going to be pink next time. We're not going to do red. I'm going to go for more pink hue.
I do want to say hi to people who say hi sometimes. So Keith, hi. And Aikido helps me during these stressful times. Yeah, well, whatever gets you through the night. I think that's another song.
Yeah,
but
that is another night. Rhonda wants to know if the mirror behind us is new. No, it's been there every single time, Rhonda. And the problem is...
It just depends on where you're sitting.
Yeah, where we're sitting.
You get your head in the way, and you don't get the view of the backside.
But right now you can see.
But I'm gonna kind of stand up because I'm wearing my New Orleans outfit. This was what I wore for a long time at Jazzfest, and then I kind of stopped after Katrina. I was going to bust it out again this year, but we're not there. But I put it on today, and I do want to show you.
Oh my God! Careful!
I just got to stand
up. Yeah,
up.
there we go. Oh, Jake he's a natural when it comes to modeling.
Something's going to break. But it's a kilt.
Yeah,
it's a kilt.
And he's got lovely legs that you can't see them. And he's going complete Scotsman. He's not wearing his underpants.
No, I am wearing my underpants.
Oh, you are? Oh, that's
right
cheating. When you wear a kilt, you are not supposed to wear undies.
Years ago, before
gruts.
Before I was married, I was at Jazzfest one time, and these two young ladies were asking me what I had under my kilt. You know, if
and
I
one
had
of them put her hand up there.
They kept trying to peek under there, which I thought was sort of naughty. I mean, if you're a man, and then they kind of came up behind me while I was watching music and reached under the kilt and grabbed my underwear and pulled them down. And I had to grab on. So I'm wrestling these two ladies on the ground at Jazzfest to fighting to keep my undies. They wanted my underwear so bad.
I think if they wanted it that bad, you should have given it up.
In retrospect, I sort of regretted it, but I'd also worn them the night before. So this is sort of one of my Jazzfest things. Is I'll wear.
Don't do too much information. But
okay.
Yeah, they were
nothing terrible happened.
They weren't souvenir undies. Let's just put it like that.
You want to give away the clean ones.
Yeah. So what you should do is when you're wearing your kilt, you should have an extra set of, really nice gruts in your bag. And when the ladies come and try to nick them, you just say, here's my souvenir undies.
Let me give you a pair of souvenir underwear. It's like the opposite of Elvis. Elvis used to throw hankies and ladies would throw their underwear up on stage, but I throw my underwear out. That's how I roll.
Yeah. But no hankies back, thanks.
Well, we'll see about that. I'd love to get famous enough that I could be able to throw away 100 underpants a show, but if I did that, it would really cut into our retirement. I know.
I think 100 is a little over. That's a little excessive.
Well, that would almost, in some crowds, that would be everybody gets a pair of underwear.
Oh my God! Good. Remember, we were going to do masks. Let's stick to masks first, and then we'll.
Yeah, we got to get the masks printed up.
Yeah.
Rhinus masks, otter protection gear.
Yeah. No, he does not have a hamster under his kilt.
No, and it's a combat. Tracy says combat kilt. It's not a combat kilt. I don't know if that's a brand.
It's a utility kilt.
It's Utilikilt. Utilikilt. Utilikilt, and they make them up in Seattle. Spoiler alert, this is not my only one.
You have a camo kilt, right?
Oh my God. You're the worst.
Oh my, yeah.
You're the
worst.
Help it.
I can't help it. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
I've got to get a better edit button.
Loose lips, sink ships.
I know. Well, don't have me on
So
a
this is the
naval
kilt.
ship.
I'm going to be
So-
wearing this kilt this weekend, and then second weekend at Jazzfest, I'm going to be wearing the other kilt.
and yeah, I'm wrong. It's not
Yeah,
camo. I just made that up.
Don't you said it again? You're terrible.
But it's not. No, if
You're
you'd
terrible,
gone,
Muriel.
Yeah, no, Muriel. If you'd gone with me, we could have got ourselves out of that. You could have helped me dig my way out of that hole.
I don't want to keep going on
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about
Ramon says he doesn't throw his underwear out. He washes them and wears them again.
Oh, wow.
Well,
novel idea, Ramon.
suit yourself, to each
That's-
his own.
That is some sustainable eco-fashion
Takes all
you've
kinds.
got going there. So, yeah, nicely done.
I wash my
Yeah.
underwear. I wash my underwear too, right? Sammy Davis Jr. when he got rich, that was his thing. He never wore a pair of socks twice. That was who knows if it's true,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he would buy socks. He would wear them one time
Yeah.
and then
I'm
give
not
them
down
away.
with that.
Well, it's sort of terrible. I remember one of the guys on Russell's tour. Please don't say his name. Oh my God. One of the guys on Russell's tour had a thing. We were gone for it was 6 weeks, and he would buy cheap underwear. Like, so 6 weeks, however many nights that is, 45 nights. He bought 45 pairs of underwear and just wore a pair every day and then threw them away. He didn't wash them.
Ooh.
And he was a big dude, so there was some big underwear. Like, I don't know if you sold
That's
all those.
not kind to the planet.
If you sold those 45 pair of underwear together, you could probably make a sale. And
There is a whole book called Where Do My Underpants Come From? Because this person was so like, how can all my underpants be so cheap? And so they went to China to see where all the underpants get made and why they are so incredibly cheap and why you could buy, a 10-pack and
Yeah.
throw them away. But we don't want to do that for
it's
the
because
planet.
China is awesome. That's why.
Yeah, China is awesome. Wherever the
I'm just-
underpants factories are, they're
I'm just zooming in on us a little bit to see if I can get a little tighter shot. As you
Right.
know, I'm really a
don't
budding
lose the mirror though, because you can see how
cinematographer.
bad that. Yeah,
people love
whoever's
to see
doing
that.
my hair, man, it's just only good in the front, and the back is terrible. So I'm gonna have a word with my hair and makeup lady.
Oh, Scott's saying there's room for a 12-pack of Abitas in the kilt. No, there's not actually. There's two big pockets. You could probably get 2 beers in each pocket. But it'd be tricky. But you definitely can get a beer in a pocket of these. You want to wear shorts or pants to Jazzfest that'll hold a beer in the pocket. That's a kind of a nice. That way you can dance and have your beer in the pocket. Although they do sell those cup things with go around your neck, so you can put your.
Yeah, I think that makes you look like a big baby. Actually, I think it'd be better to have one of those really kind of cool new fanny pack things that you could wear them like a, that way, the crossover one.
David says 6 times 7 is 42.
Yeah, I was going to say the answer, David, but I was in lockdown.
Well, I
because
do
I'd
get that,
been
David,
blurting
but I
out
was
naughty
going by a month is 4 weeks, and that's 30 days, and then half a month is 15 days, so that's 45. That's how I was doing my calculation. But I get what you're saying.
Okay, math.
I'm only off by. You forgot about the travel days, bro. Underpants Factory is a great title for my next special. Yeah, no kidding. I'd love to make Underpants Factory. all I need is somebody to put the money up. Where's the money for my Underpants Factory? There's my short-term government loan.
Yeah,
Wanna open
we
an
could
underpants
do it
factory.
right here. We could have a cottage industry of. We could do underpants. MeUndies. Fanula's got a project right now. She's supposed to be making masks. That's not happening. Imagine if I told her we're pivoting from masks to men's underpants. I don't think she'd like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No, I don't
No.
think so. I don't think so.
No.
So what were we gonna?
Oh, we have to tell the hamster story
Oh,
today.
right. So I was gonna tell the
there's
hamster story.
Not telling the hamster story. Okay. Who's going to start?
Well, I did look up some hamster facts.
We're not going to start with our hamster. Okay. We're going to go.
I'm going to tell the story of our hamster, and then I'm going to tell you some facts about hamsters that I didn't realize. Because when I was looking up about hamsters, at first it said hamsters are illegal in California, which I didn't.
Oh no.
Wait, it's one type of hamster,
Oh, okay.
and I think it's Chinese hamsters are illegal in California. China, the Chinese hamster.
That's what we had. We had a Chinese hamster.
Well, no, a lot of the hamsters come from Syria and Afghanistan and that part of the Middle East country. So I think our hamster came from around there.
Oh, snowflake. What a sweetie.
So, oh, boy, I'm sitting right on the arm of this chair.
Do you want to swap seats? I think I've got a better bottom for
tough
that
on the
saddle.
tough on the taint.
Yeah, I could do it.
No, I'm okay.
All right, good.
So,
I don't really want to sit on it.
so we had this pet hamster, and I'm telling you the hamster story, and this is a bit that you can get on my what's the name of the special? Pictures of My Dinner special. When you see me, it's on DVD, but I've got to find another place to sell it digitally. But so this hamster story. We had the pet hamster, and I'm on the road. I call home and I ask Belinda, my wife,
Moi.
how things are going. She says, we're having a tough day. This is going to be weird for you because you're just sitting here listening to the story.
Well, why don't I tell my side of it? Because you've got it wrong. I wasn't at home. I was at the vet's.
This is what happens oftentimes on the radio when you go on the radio and you're on the road and they go, can we give us a setup for your story? And then you tell them the story and then they interrupt you with things. Yeah, so I call home and I say, how's it going? And you say, I'm having a tough day. I had to take the hamster to the vet. But you're saying, I was at the vet with the hamster, which undermines my ability to tell the story. But if I had said it that way in the first place, we would have been fine. So just...
Okay, you tell your bit and I'll chime in with bits as they're needed.
Could you raise your hand?
No, probably not. But then I want to tell a funny story about
At
what
least
my
you're honest.
dad and his third wife did. Remember when they were telling stories?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was pretty terrible. But you go and then I'll jump in if I need to. And I might raise my hand, I might not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
there's arguments are going on in here.
About the underpants, overpants. I like the idea of that.
So I call home. How's it going? I ask Belinda. She says, we're having a tough day. Had to take the hamster to the vet. And I say to the audience, then I say that's something that probably wouldn't have happened if I had been home, because I don't think you take the hamster to the vet. And then I say, as I'm saying right now, I don't think I have to say it.
Why don't you take the hamster to the vet?
Let me back up in case you're not familiar with hamsters. They cost $20. So,
or 10.
Or 10, right? And
Yeah.
so it's weird to take the hamster to the vet. It would be like if you took a Bic lighter into the shop and said, this thing I can't get this lighter to work. Can you fix it? I mean, it still has juice in it, but I can't get the lighter to work. The guy would look at you like, what are you talking about? But forget about that. The hamster's been to the vet. That's already happened. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. It's in the past. It's history. Hamster's been to the vet. So I say, what happened then? I don't say, why the hell did you take the hamster to the vet? Because the hamster's already been to the vet. That's one of the secrets of marriage, is you don't ask that question, because there's nothing you can do about it. And Belinda said, well, the vet gave us antibiotics, and then
Because the hamster has.
a urinary tract infection, and then but somewhere in there, Fanula wants to talk she wants to tell me the story. So she says, Daddy went to the vet, and the vet guys gave us
Snowflake is sick.
some antibiotics, and because she might have a urinary tract infection. And I said, well, how do you know that? And Fanula says, because her vagina is inflamed. And then I said,
our hamster had an inflamed vagina.
Could you please
That's why we're at the vet.
put your mom back on? Because I didn't want to talk about an inflamed vagina with my daughter. And this is a great bit for corporate gigs. They love, you have to really just kind of go right over this part of the story, but it's a kid thing. So then Belinda gets on the phone and says, yeah, they gave us antibiotics, and we really hope that those work, because if they don't work, it could mean that the hamster needs an operation, and the operation could cost $200.
It would be a hysterectomy, FYI. The hamster would have to have a hysterectomy, and it would cost $200.
Thanks. If you're not familiar with lady hamsters, and then let me tell you the quick difference between you and I say to the audience is, when I heard that, I was not allowed to laugh, because sometimes the audience laughs when you tell them the hamster would need an operation. I go, I'm on a serious phone call about a hamster who needs an operation, so I have to go, oh my God. And then she says, and it costs $200. I have to go, oh my God. And then she tells me, but obviously we're not going to get a $200 operation on the hamster.
Yeah, I have to walk out of the room so that the Fanula doesn't hear me, because obviously to her, we would spend, $2 million to save Snowflake's life if it came down to it, because this is her precious hamster.
Yeah. And so we waited 2 weeks for this. Kai's coming over with a lighter. Yeah, well, look, Bill, I can't really. I don't know if that means you want an encore of the hamster story, but it's not over yet. So I have to wait for the credit card bill to come in because I'm curious, what does it cost to take the hamster to the vet and get antibiotics? And it costs $180 for that. So, or $160. I remember it was $160 because hamsters cost $20. So the price of taking the hamster to the vet and getting antibiotics is 8 hamsters. 8 times 20 is 160. I'm pretty sure I did my math there right then. So how could the life of a hamster be worth 8 hamsters? Well, it's because you can't put a price on love, and that's how much you love your daughter. So I hope that was worth it. But there's your hamster story.
For us was that Jake was thinking that I was really seriously going to get the hamster, this $200 hysterectomy, and I was like, no, I'm not getting the hamster at $200 hysterectomy. And because of course everyone is saying just go to the store and buy a new hamster. She won't know it's not so snowflake. But the thing was, when I'm at the vet with the hamster, I'm saying to the people at the vet, which makes you very unpopular, like, this is a useless pet. You do not get enough bang for your buck with the hamster.
They don't want to hear it about how this pet is not very
we
good.
had a dog, so the thing is, I was a dog person, so dogs, that's a pet you get a lot of bang for your buck for, I feel like. And I feel like the hamster, whirls around in the cage and it's little whirly gig, and it has some weird habits, like hamster, remember, because she'd in her little wheel, she'd poo in there, she'd have her food in there, because they fill
she'd
everything
fill up her whole face. They store stuff in their face, hamsters, so they can get like almost the size of their body, can fill up their cheek area. So the hamster can, and she'll just fill it up with food and litter and whatever's in the cage, poo, and then go for a jog in the wheel. They're a ridiculous
and you're looking
pet.
at her doing that, and you're like, why? Really? It's like the smorgasbord of everything. It's my baño, it's my dining room, it's where I sleep, and But we have a grave site over in the corner of the garden where Snowflake is buried, and we used to have a very sweet stone that had a
the
headstone
hamster
on.
Passed away. Ron is like, is the hamster like?
No.
Hamsters, let me tell you this about hamsters also. They live 2 years.
Yeah, useless.
So this was kind of in the middle, past the 1 year point of the hamster. You're lucky if you get a hamster that lasts 3 years. Maybe she lasted 2.5 years.
Some people don't even get the hamster out of the car when they get home. They have these tiny little pocket ones. And there are people who, on the way from the pet store to their house, the hamster just gets lost in the car. They never find it again.
And they're very territorial hamsters. They're lone animals. So if you have 2 male hamsters, probably 2 females together too, they'll just attack each other and fight and try and kill each other. And they're completely promiscuous too. A male hamster, if it goes down in a burrow where there's a female hamster, it will breed with that hamster, unless that hamster's already been bred with, because then once a female hamster has been bred,
once she's impregnated,
they form a copulatory plug.
Bummer.
That prevents them from having sex with other man hamsters.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like the chastity belt
of hamsters?
Sort of.
Not really, because because she makes her own one where she says, "Hey, I've done the business. I don't need any of your business, thank you." That's do you know that in a woman's body, or if a woman, no, it's actually, this is a sperm story. If a woman has had sex with someone who's not her usual partner, when she has sex with the other partner, the sperm will tell the other guys to get out of there. They're very territorial, apparently, men's spermies, and they'll tell the other guys, like, this is not your vagina, this is my vagina, like, get the hell out of here.
Which sperm are the dominant ones, the new ones, or the
ones? No,
the
ones that are normally there.
This sounds like some right-wing anti-abortion rape solution propaganda.
Oh yeah, but no, I actually got this from a really good source, but it's a very, very good friend of mine. I'm not going to say her name out loud. It's not you, don't. Rhonda. It's not you.
Let me just ask one question.
Yep.
Is it a doctor?
No, she's not a doctor.
Yeah.
No, she's not a doctor.
All right.
But yeah.
No further questions.
Okay, thank you. You rest your case?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what else you know about hamsters. Copulatory
plug, that was really the big news. And that they'll fight. Like, people think they're going to get a second hamster to keep the first hamster company, and they wind up with a homicide. on their hands.
A bad hamster. That's like, we have a bunny now. We have Gypsy, and she's super sweet. But everyone has said, unless you get a brother and a sister bunny and you have them together from when they're young, you don't introduce another bunny when you've got a bunny, because it ends in
bunnies
not just tears. It ends in shredded
Murder.
fur and blood everywhere. And
Murder.
Can you imagine a bunny homicide? Oh, that would be yucky. A bunnicide.
I try not to. Although I hear bunny fights. If you Google bunny fights, they're ferocious. I don't know if you've ever.
The noise is not good. The squealing.
No, because normally they're super quiet, and then you're surprised when they make noises. It's very freaky.
Yeah.
So
like
Jen,
me, I'm so quiet when I make noises.
Jen is checking in. She says, "Pleased to find out robo hamsters live about 6 months. Then, if one dies, the other one eats it."
Oh my God, your daughter is scarred. I bet. Are robos the little ones? Are those the I called them pocket hamsters, but I think I was making that up.
I think the little tiny ones are also supposed to be a little more bitey towards the.
Yeah, we lost Snowflake once for a night, and she ended up in a really expensive Turkish towel that we had, and she just basically chewed enormous.
We got a few towels
holes
that
in
hamster modified.
Yeah.
Now, Laura, thank you. This is where have you been my whole life? Female hamsters. I mean, I'm not about that, but just about. I love your comment.
Good,
female hamsters are also only receptive 1 day out of 4. I worked 1 day out of 4. Well, that's still a pretty good turnaround. I worked with hamster reproduction in grad school, and now know way more than anyone needs to know about hamster sex. Well, yeah, you know more than me, but who knew that it would come in so handy today on day 1 of festing in place?
Well, I have to say, we've got otters that the male is biting the female's face to hold her in place, and that she can end up dead at the end of sex. And now we've got the hamsters with a copulatory plug. You guys are getting some great information for free on our, little nature show.
Yeah, you just have to do a little bit of Googling, and you can really find out stuff.
Rhino horns or glutenated fingernails. We did that one.
Glutenated hair.
Oh, glutenated hair, like fingernails. Oopsie. Yeah.
So,
lucky you're here.
So luckily, we've come to the end of today's show almost. And I have one more thing, and then I have something saved for tomorrow. So that's great news.
And we're not going to preview it, right?
No.
Oh my God!
I've got the puzzle. I brought in the puzzle that we're going to be doing. We're going to be setting this up on our giant Viking dinner table. This is the puzzle. It's
3,000 pieces.
3,000, and it's a marine wildlife puzzle. Let's see what's on there.
There's a lot of blue in it.
There's
it's got
dolphins. There's a ton of fish, coral reef. I think that this is probably better than a trip to the Great Barrier Reef. You're going to see more colorful wildlife.
These days you are, because the Great Barrier Reef is having another bleaching event. So this is what it used to. This was the Great Barrier. This is pre-Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
So now, don't do this puzzle and then go to the Barrier Reef, because then you'd be really disappointed.
Now the Great Barrier Reef looks like a porn star's anus.
Yes.
I just thought that would be a good joke for you. You do love a good anal bleaching story.
I do. Yeah. I remember the first time I saw one of those, and it wasn't in a...
I bet you do.
No, I was kind of like, what happened to that lady?
Where do you go? You've seen one of those.
So
were you watching porn?
No, I don't watch porn. I can't watch that stuff. I find it ridiculous. But so I was in the Actors Gang troupe, Tim Robbins' theatre company over there in Hollywood, and they did this play. Was it called Steel Town? And God, I mean, I found it kind of hard to watch, but there were subscribers, to the theatre who were there, old ladies who were getting up and leaving. So there were 4 characters, 2 men, 2 women. And at one point, they're in a daisy chain on stage. I mean, it was insane how much sex they were having. But when the porn star had all her business, presenting to the audience, I was like, what?
Wait, there was a porn star in the actual...
Yeah, there was one porn star and there was one actress, and then there were 2 actors, and there was a lot of sex in this play, which is, I think, why a porn star got cast. And then,
porn stars are also act.
Oh, yeah, they're acting. Let's
not...
Yeah.
Let's not besmirch porn stars, if you don't mind.
Right. Anyway, when her business was to the audience, I was a little shocked at, the bleach. The bleach job. Oh, are we going to preview what's on tomorrow?
I'm previewing Festing in Place. I say as we walk out, just light a rag and throw it over your shoulder. Well, I'm not sure. Do you feel like this was a win? I think this was a great episode. Shits and giggles. Do you ever hide several pieces of puzzle and see what the people putting it together do? No, but that's a great idea. That's a pro puzzle tip. At the beginning, you just put a couple of the pieces in your pocket so that you can be the person to put the last piece in. But it doesn't really work if both people are doing it. Well, it could.
Ready for Matthew Barney. I went and saw Rivers of Fundament.
Yeah, look, let's not start a whole new thing.
Yeah, let's not. Okay.
What do we have
All
tomorrow?
right.
Let's see what we've got tomorrow.
You tell me.
Well, starting Aaron Neville in the Gospel Tent's going to start the day tomorrow on WWOZ Festival Place, 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. in California. Aaron Neville, a gospel set. Then Diane Reeves, that's going to be great. Luther Kent is going to be tomorrow, and Snooks Eaglin, his set is around. What does it look like? 1 or 11 here. Maybe I get on there by 10:30 to catch Luther Kent, or 10:30. Luther Kent, Snooks Eaglin. That's going to be a back-to-back killer. Dirty Dozen is playing tomorrow. Ellis Marsalis just passed away. Little Queenie passed away last year towards the end of the day. And Irma Thomas ending Soul Queen of New Orleans. Irma Thomas, Time Is On My Side. That was her song before the Rolling Stones took that song. She's playing the end of day tomorrow on Jazzfest. So tomorrow's going to be a great day. Today, there's still Jazzfest happening today, so you get over there. You got time for some Tab Benoit, who's a great Southern blues, swampy rock, and then Fats Domino's end of the day today on WWOZ. So that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. I cheered myself up. You cheered me up. You guys cheered me up.
Thanks for spending a little bit of your afternoon with us.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit is a lot sometimes, isn't it?
Well, we covered quite a lot of ground today, I think.
See you tomorrow, 3 o'clock. You can retweet or like or subscribe to things. You can tell your friends about them. You can do all of that. And I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah, he feels it.
All right.